Hello and welcome to another Void Rifts guide. Today we'll be taking a look at Han and Horner, a usually low-tier commander that is top-tier for Void Rift mutations. Note that this is how I use Han and Horner on Void Rift mutations. Others may have better strategies than the ones listed here. If you find some, share them in the comments so that I can learn some new strats. Also, you should make adjustments to these strategies based on the mutators and map. Use P1 or P2 for Rift mutations. I'll explain the difference in a bit. Also, hotkey your strike fighters. You need to be fast when taking out multiple rifts. Memorize the rift timings for the first 15 minutes and know where the first rifts can spawn. You should also have a good understanding of the map and attack waves. Here are some things to keep in mind. I've gone over these in previous videos, so if you haven't watched those, you can pause here to take a look. Okay, let's keep going. Use P1 for escort missions because you want Han units, especially Hellbats, for ground presence. Otherwise, the enemies might just attack the objective directly. Use P2 on maps where you snipe objectives. Also use P2 against mutators like Avenger because Han units aren't strong enough to take them out. For masteries, put 30 in Strike Fighter area, 30 in Ether for the second set, and 30 in Magmines in the third. Start off with 13 Depot, then 15 Galleon. The SCV that built the Depot can build the Galleon right after, then 16 Gas. Get 2 to 3 Hellions before 220. Use 3 Magmines on one rift, and 2 if you're P1. Then use the army on the other. Put the Magmine circle right on top of the rift circle. If a rift is far, send your Galleon towards it while defending at home with Hellions. Make the second refinery after the rifts are gone. Remember these times, 320, 430, 540. 1 minute 10 seconds apart. Build the Armory by 320, Fusion Core by 430, Napalm Upgrade by 540. Then you only need 2 shots each for the 650 rifts. Keep making platforms until you have 10. If you aren't always paying attention to your base, you should remember the green times because you must build the tech buildings by then. Should you go 1 base or 2 base? Always 2 base, since it's easy for Han and Horner to clear rifts. Break the rocks after the first rifts. In the early game, use all your gas on platforms. 100 gas, platform. Repeat. When you start to have extra minerals, get your expo. You only need a few Hellions to survive the early game, so don't overmake them. Before the Napalm upgrade is done, you can use 3 strikes on a rift. Alternatively, use a strike to get vision and 2 Magmines to finish it. If possible, use your army to clear any close rifts. The game plan diverges between P1 and P2 in the mid-game. For P1, keep 1 Galleon at each base. Hotkey those Galleons and 5 to 6 Hellions and use it as a hit squad for close rifts. So that's 2 different hit squads, 1 at the main, 1 at the natural. If a rift spawns near that squad, A move towards it. Of course, be careful of environmental mutators. Leave a few Hellions behind so that trickles from another direction don't hit your SCVs. Leave a few idle SCVs to repair the injured units. The other 3 Galleons will be part of your main army. Make units from all of your Galleons at a ratio of 3 to 1. If you think you have too many units at home, send some to join the main army during some downtime. Use Magmines for attack waves and don't put them down until the wave is coming. For P2, keep 1 Galleon at each base. If you're sniping objectives like on Rifts to Core Hall, you will mainly be using Wraiths or BCs on the field while your Galleons stay back. If you happen to be using P2 on an escort mission, keep 1 Galleon at home and 1 on the field. Make a hit squad with the units at home. Make sure that both the main and natural have enough units since you only have 1 Galleon there. The rest of the game plan will generally be the same. Once you get to this point, you will start making BCs or Wraiths. This is usually around the 10 to 11 minute mark. The late game for P2 is the same as the mid game, just make more units. For P1, start making BCs and add them to your main army. You can hotkey them so that they can also help with rift clearing. Be sure to hotkey your strike fighters. Here I have 10 shots available before the 1550 rifts, and now they spawned. 1, 2, right click the minimap, left click to shoot. Shoot, shoot. And now there are 2 extra shots, so use them to shoot whatever you can, clear stuff on the map or the enemies that you're fighting. Let's wait for the next one. Wait for the next spawn, and then also 4, you can get this one. 1, 2, we're right here, and then 1, 2. Now 3 more shots. 1, 2, 3. Now we go. Make sure you use all 10 shots. If possible, clear close rifts with your hit squads or teleport a BC to clear a rift. Mentally add 2 extra strikes for each rift cleared this way. With your extra shots, weaken attack or escort waves, or clear some defenses or enemies in the next area. Terran has a lot more anti-air and hit scan than the other races. Focus on clearing bunkers and turrets as well as Goliaths and Thors. You'll also need more defenses in the natural because if a rift doesn't get taken out like you had expected, a rift wave will spawn. Use BCs to clear rifts in far but safe areas to ensure that those rifts go down. Use Column the Fleet and Space Station to weaken bases and get rid of air units in the early game. Later on, you'll want to use these on the strong attack waves. Temporal Field is very annoying because it traps strike fighters. You can't really do anything about it. Just pretend you're fighting Terran and fortify the areas where the trickles will go. Blizzard and Twister aren't great for strike fighters either since they might slow them down or even kill the fighters while they're being deployed. Other troublesome mutators include the ones that Han and Horner are naturally just not very good at, which might be a lot. To practice, try Bad Weather for P2 or Timely Reinforcements for P1. Fight Invasionary Swarm or Shadow Disruption because enemy Terrans are tough. Don't fight air comps unless you want a challenge. And that's it for this guide. Like and subscribe if you learned something new, and while you're here, why don't you check out the Void Rifts guide for Abathur? See you there!